Hello there. Gather around and let me tell you an amazing story about a very special person named Stephen King. He's like a wizard of words, creating magical stories that give people goosebumps and make their hearts race. Once upon a time, in a land filled with fantasy, there was a man named Stephen King. He loved to tell scary stories, even when he was just a little boy in school. Now Stephen really wanted to share his spooky tales with the world and make people feel all sorts of emotions. But you know what happened? When he sent his stories to be shared with others, do you know what he got in return? Rejection letters. Can you believe it? Instead of being sad, Stephen King, being a very special person, kept every single rejection letter. He didn't let them make him feel bad. Instead, he turned them into a treasure. He didn't stop writing. Oh no. He kept going, telling his stories even when it seemed like the whole world was saying, no thank you. He even had so many rejection letters that he had to find a special way to keep them. Do you know what he did? He put them on his wall with a big nail, and when there were too many, he had to replace the nail with a spike. Can you imagine that? Now, Stephen King didn't give up. He and his wife, who was also a writer, had some tough times. They lived in a little house called a trailer, and they worked really hard at many jobs just to make ends meet. They even had to wear borrowed clothes on their wedding day because they couldn't afford new ones. But guess what? They loved each other very much, and they kept following their passion for stories. And you know what happened next? One day, someone said, "Hey, Stephen, we want to publish your story." His very first story was called The Glass Floor, and it was like magic because it opened the door to a whole new world for him. All those rejection letters, all the borrowed clothes, and the hard times turned into something wonderful. Stephen King went on to become one of the most celebrated authors ever. He won big, sparkly awards like the World Fantasy Award and the British Fantasy Society Award. He even got a special award for a lifetime of creating fantastic stories that make people shiver and smile. So, my little friend, the next time you feel a bit sad or something doesn't go the way you want, just remember Stephen King and his magical story. Keep following your dreams and passions, and who knows, one day you might have your own special awards too. Sweet dreams and happy adventures.